Hi, everybody. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. First, I just want to say this service is so amazing. My husband, Jamie, challenged me to 50 cool points to try to also make this testimonial and canto themed, so I'm going to try. All jokes aside, though, my reasons for feeling sustained by this church look a bit different this year now that than they have in the past. Some days it feels like the pandemic has changed everything. And yet, it hasn't changed how important First Parish and this community are to my life and to my family. As it always has, First Parish sustains me through feeding and encouraging my spiritual practices in all their eclectic and sometimes messy, stumbling uncertainty. My faith is a hodgepodge of paganism, humanitarianism, Buddhism, and a dash of Christianity that is a holdover from days gone by. And First Parish has been a steadfast home for all of these and more. I have found religious leaders, both ordained and lay, who guide me and walk alongside me through it all, even when, especially when, the world shut down and we all went online. First Parish also continues to be the public space where my queer heart feels the safest, the most held, and the most seen of anywhere else. Through pride events, leadership, and community, I have felt not just accepted, but so seen, it bears repeating twice, and celebrated. I could never come close to repaying First Parish to all of you for what that has meant to me, but I'll continue to try. First Parish is also the spiritual home within which I am watching my family grow, a place where my son can learn about what religion and faith mean to him, alongside other children who will echo his questions, and adults who will answer those questions when they can and hold them in trust when they cannot. As an only child myself, who really didn't have friends until I was about 5 and went to school, and who didn't attend church at all as a kid, this is invaluable to me. That brings me to another important way First Parish has sustained me, especially in the last 2 years. First Parish has been integral to maintaining my mental health and wellness, probably always, but undeniably the last 2 years since COVID became a household name and a worldwide nightmare. I imagine I'm not alone. Through online services and virtual worship, which brought church into our homes when so much uncertainty made it unsafe to leave our houses to be together physically, First Parish gave me spiritual guidance, emotional support, and community when it was so painfully needed. This support, guidance, and socialization was also freely given through virtual office hours with Reverend Otto and virtual parent support groups, among others. For a stretch, your faces were the only ones I saw, is by Zoom or not, that didn't belong to my immediate family or my patients at work. And that is a level of social isolation that even this introverted soul couldn't have imagined pre-pandemic. This support has continued through hybrid services now that we are returning to some measure of in-person worship. Hooray! Continued access to virtual worship has been so important to sustained connection while having a child in daycare who often brings home many sneezy reasons why we have to join by Zoom. These are just a few of the ways that First Parish has been integral to my life and family. If I were to detail every way First Parish has sustained us, I would need longer than 3 to 5 minutes and 1,000 some odd words. So today I would ask you to consider if any of these things I have mentioned feel true for you too. What other things has First Parish given to you? And what are they worth? That brings me to the second part of this testimonial. How do we sustain First Parish in return? Unfortunately, we are not sustained by a magical miracle candle and a self-repairing sentient house. We need cash. Well, cash and time from the members of our community. So therein lies my ask today. What can we, you and me, do to sustain First Parish in return? This is a stewardship drive, so first and foremost, we are sustained by financial contributions. Now, full disclosure, I came from a family who very deliberately did not talk about money, what we made or what we gave. This is really uncomfortable for me, but I will be talking about Bruno, as it were. As a member of the Stewardship Committee, it's our goal to have 100% participation in this drive. Whether you pledge $10,000 or $1, your contribution matters. Because I am also pledging to talk about Bruno, my family is pledging $5,000 for next year. If you cannot give, or you cannot give as much as you would like, another way we sustain this community is through donating our time and unique skills by joining a committee, organizing an event, lay leading a service, or being a worship associate or an usher. I personally feel deeply sustained by my service on the board, the worship committee, the stewardship committee, and CUPS, Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans. We don't want a house supported by the strength and pressure of one Louisa. We want to see many hands sharing all their gifts. So I challenge you to consider, how might you feel called to donate your time? No, we may not be sustained by a magical, never-extinguishing candle, but perhaps we can be the candle. You and you and you and me, all of us, with our collective time and financial resources. After all, I have always been stunned by just how brightly we shine when we're together. Just maybe, this community is its own Encanto. Thank you.